Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm finally going to be doing my Makeup Geek collection. You guys have been requesting this video for the longest time, so eventually today I've got around to it. So I'm just going to talk you through all the colours that I have and I'll show you little swatches, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys are unfamiliar with Makeup Geek, the brand, basically it was a cosmetic brand that was set up by a YouTuber called The Makeup Geek, also known as Marlena. Marlena has loads of different things on their website. She has her own eyeshadows, her own pigments, and a couple of other products, but she also has other brands on the website. So she has like a red cherry lashes, and she also has a couple of sugar pill products and stuff like that. So they're like high-end quality but drugstore prices. So I think each eyeshadow costs about $5. Now you can order straight from her website. She ships worldwide and it is fairly reasonable. However, if you're like me living in Ireland, or if you're living in Europe, shipping can end up to be quite expensive with you know, tax and all that, customs and everything. So now beautybay.com, which is a European website, also stock Makeup Geek products, and it's a genuine website. I've ordered from them like 1,000,001 times. They're one of my favorite online brands. They stock a lot of different brands from like Anastasia Beverly Hills and a lot of other brands that we can't get here in Ireland. I have quite a large Makeup Geek collection, and that's because I have been building up my collection for a good number of months. So I ordered like 4 or 5 at a time and it just built up fairly quickly. I'm storing them in the Z palette, which you can also purchase from the Makeup Geek website, and if you order from Beauty Bay, I think they have them as well. The Makeup Geek eyeshadows are so pigmented and they're so creamy. They blend beautifully. They're one of my favourite eyeshadow brands, even compared to like Urban Decay and MAC and Anastasia Beverly Hills. They still come out on top. They're still one of my favourite brands, and I find myself grabbing these eyeshadows every single morning compared to all the other eyeshadows I have. Ice Queen. This is a lovely frosted white shimmer eyeshadow. It looks beautiful on its own on the lid, or also in the inner corner of the eye or on the brow bone. Next we have Shimma Shimma, which is a lovely shimmer champagne eyeshadow. It looks beautiful on the lid on its own, in the inner corner of the eye, just on the brow bone, or also on the cheekbone as a highlight. It looks absolutely incredible. For the transition eyeshadows we have Beaches and Cream, which is a very light peach eyeshadow. It's beautiful blended across the crease. It's kind of a barely noticeable eyeshadow, but it's perfect for really dramatic smoky eyes, or for like real dramatic pops of colour where you need something to help blend everything out. So this is one of my favourites. We also have a Peach Smoothie, which is another one of my favourite transition shades, and this one is just slightly darker than Beaches and Cream, so it's slightly more on the peach side. So the next mid-tone transition shade is Creme Brulee. This is by far my favourite. It's the one I go to every single day without fail. It's perfect from the very basic everyday look to your dramatic smoky eye. It's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful transition colour. It's a matte sandy brown. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love it. The next eyeshadow I have is Chickadee. This is a matte, warm, kind of an yellowy orange eyeshadow. It's a beautiful transition colour, and again it looks beautiful with really dramatic eyes and like really like a nice pop of colour on the lid. Just to have this peeking through is beautiful, but because it's a little bit more on the orange side, it's kind of an acquired taste and it's not for everyone, but it is a beautiful eyeshadow. Cocoa Bear, which is one of the most popular eyeshadows. It's a matte reddish brown. It's just a beautiful colour for the crease of the outer corner, and because it's warm and it's red tones, it suits a lot of different eye colours and a lot of different skin tones as well. Cherry Cola, which is under the brown eyeshadows, but when you blend it into the eye, it's more of a purpley red eyeshadow. I have it on today, so it's definitely more on the purple side. It's very similar to my next eyeshadow, which is Bitten, which is a matte burgundy eyeshadow. As you can see, they're very, very similar. I think Cherry Cola is just a little bit more on the purple side. Next we have a Latte, which is a mid brown. It's more of a like a coffee or a latte colour. Again, it's matte. It's a little bit on the cooler side. Again, it's just perfect for a smoky eye. Americana, which is a dark brown with purple undertones. Again, it's a lovely colour to have for like smoky eyes or on the outer corner just to deepen it up. Next we have Corrupt, which is one of the blackest eyeshadows I've ever seen in my entire life, and no matter what makeup palette you get, the black is kind of a greyish black. This is jet black, like black, like eyeliner black. It's super black. Next we have Peacock, which is a matte teal eyeshadow. I've yet to use this, but it looks absolutely beautiful and it's really creamy, and I think it would be beautiful just blended all over the lid with a warm brown, blended into the crease of the eye. It's just a beautiful eyeshadow. I've been wanting to use this for so long. Next we have Envy, which is a shimmery dark green eyeshadow. It's beautiful. I used it for one of my Christmas tutorials, which I will leave linked in the top right hand corner. Even if you're not into bright eyeshadows or colour eyeshadows, this would be lovely just blended on the lower lash line for that pop of colour. It's a beautiful eyeshadow. Next we have Razzleberry, which is a very unusual one. It's a pink, shimmery pink with kind of goldish shimmer in it. I don't know why I picked this one up really. I never used it. It's not one that you'd use on a day-to-day basis, but I was just drawn to it. I just thought it was a very beautiful colour. Wisteria, which is a matte lilac eyeshadow. This is a beautiful transition eyeshadow. It's not a great colour on its own, but it is lovely blended into the crease. Mercury, which is a shimmery grey eyeshadow. Again, I'm not a fan of grey eyeshadows, but I just picked this up to have in my collection, but it is very pigmented, a very beautiful colour. Next we have Graphite, which is just a little bit of a darker grey. Again, I just picked it up to have in my collection. It's a little bit more on the metallic side. Next we have Last Dance, which is a matte plummy brown eyeshadow. Again, it's just a beautiful dark smoky eye colour. Next we have Cosmopolitan. This is one of my favourites. It's a beautiful rose gold shimmery eyeshadow. It's beautiful on the lid, or like as a spotlight eye right on the centre of the eye, or even just in the inner corner. Next we have a Rockstar. This is part of the Duo Chrome collection, which means that they kind of look one colour, but in a certain light they change to another colour. So this looks like a matte white eyeshadow, but in certain lights it turns to like a purpley pink. Next we have the foiled eyeshadows. This one is called Starry Eyed. It's kind of like a pinky champagne colour. It's very shimmery, very pigmented. Sometimes I wet it with a little bit of setting spray to make it a little bit more intense, but they are so intense on their own. Like, they're just on another level of pigmentation. Spotlight, which is like a pinky peach eyeshadow for all the world. It's just a very gorgeous lid colour. It's very pigmented, very shimmery, and I've worn this in a couple of tutorials. It's lovely for just a day-to-day look with just like a nice shimmer on the lid. And lastly, but definitely not least, we have Whimsical, I believe. Whimsical. This is a shimmery pink eyeshadow. Again, it's just a beautiful lid colour, or even it looks beautiful in the inner corner of the eye. Again, super pigmented. All the foiled eyeshadows are just out of this world. I really can't recommend Makeup Geek enough, and now it's even better for us European ladies when we have free shipping with beautybay.com. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys on Friday. Bye! Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Tuesday's Beauty Tips. So from reading your comments, one of the biggest struggles you guys seem to have is creating a smoky eye. So in today's video, I'm going to show you the easiest way how. All you need